Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to another vlog. Today, this is going to be an informative video where we are going to talk about Anmeldung, or in other words, city registration in Germany. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about maybe how to take an appointment, what is it, how to take an appointment, then what are the documents you may need. We will be talking about our experience, and we will specifically talk about Bamberg because, as far as I know, you will find videos about like big cities, but not smaller cities like Bamberg where we live. So I think this is going to be helpful for anybody who's coming to Germany. So let's get started.
So first of all, let's discuss what is Anmeldung or city registration. So when you come to Germany for the first time and you are about to stay in Germany for more than 2 months, which I guess 2 or 3 months, then you must register yourself with the local city hall or the city registration office, and you have to do it within 2 weeks. And it's basically not that you're staying in a hotel and you need to register. No, that's not. Or you're staying somewhere temporarily, like with your friends or something. No, when you have a proper address, like a student dormitory or a rental apartment, and you have got your documents from the landlord. Basically, it's a signed document from the landlord. It's known as Wohnungsgeberbestätigung. Once you have this and you have moved into your new apartment, for example, say that you have moved into a new apartment in 1st of November, or your contract starts from 1st of November, then you must register or take an appointment with the city hall within 2 weeks. Okay, so that's the first point. And now let's talk about how to do that.
Okay, so basically, taking the appointment, maybe in some cities there might not be a necessity for taking appointments. In some cities you need to take an appointment either via email, or maybe you need to visit the website, because each and every individual city has their own state website or Stadt website. So in our case, like in the city of Bamberg, the website, I will leave the link down in the description below. It's called stadt.bamberg.de. So when you go there, you're going to find a place where you can take online appointments for city registration or for Anmeldung. So if you don't understand German, then you can, I think, Google Translate it and you can see what you need to do. But basically, you just need to visit the website and then take the appointment from there. And as far as I know, without any appointments, you're not allowed to go and register yourself or register your address. So that's the first thing, like how to take an appointment. And then now we're going to discuss about maybe what are the documents you will be needing when you go there. So as far as our experience went the first time, because at that time you do not have a residence permit, but you have a visa. So when we came here, we had the documents, basically our passport, our visa, and the document, she said, Wohnungsgeberbestätigung. I think I'm going to write this somewhere in the video, so it will be easier for you to understand what document it is. So these are the 3 basic documents that you need when you visit to the Rathaus or city registration office, city hall.
And in some cities, you have to fill out the registration form by yourself and take it with you. But in Bamberg, I don't think that we need to fill up it by ourselves. We just took the documents that they have mentioned that are needed from our end, and based on that, they have filled out the form digitally and printed that, and we have to just check our information and basically sign the document.
Right. Yeah, so that's basically the thing, like when you first come to Germany and you do not have a residence permit. But when you do have a residence permit, this is the case of some people, like when they're changing their address, because once again, this is the experience that we had this time. And of course, first of all, you need to check what are the documents you will be needing in the website, or maybe if you are taking an appointment via email, they will be mentioning what are the documents you need. One of the most important documents that maybe they do not mention, and like we faced when we were in the city registration office this time, like I think we had our passport, we had our residence permit, and we had the Wohnungsgeberbestätigung. But even then, they were asking for another document, which is a green paper, which actually, when you go for a residence permit or when you go for the appointment where you apply for a residence permit or visa extension, then they give you a digital card, a residence permit card, and alongside that, they will be giving you a green paper. So that green paper,
it's the Zusatzblatt. It's known as Zusatzblatt. It's a green paper, and it's not an additional document. Basically, your residence permit, the ID card, and this green paper together, they count as your ID. So you, like, it's not that it's needed in everywhere, in every places like hospitals or anything, but it's a must that you carry this paper with your residence permit all the time.
Yeah, so basically when they were asking for the residence permit, they meant the residence permit card, the electronic card, as well as this green paper. So do not forget to take this if you already have a residence permit. When you are changing your address or when you have a new address, whatever the case is, whenever you are going for an Anmeldung for your new address, whatever your address is, you need to take your passport, the Wohnungsgeberbestätigung, and by residence permit, the electronic card as well as the green paper. So that's how our experience went. So basically about taking an appointment, maybe in your residence there are more than one people living in, so you will be finding the categories when you're going to take an appointment from the website or something, or if it's via email, you're going to mention how many people are going to live in the new address and how many people are going to be registered. So somehow the thing is, like, it's not mandatory that everybody goes. Maybe it's still, I'm not being 100% sure because it varies from cities to cities. So you definitely need to check the website or maybe email them well in advance before your appointment takes place. So what you can do is, like, maybe if it's the case that only one of the member needs to go with the documents, then the other members can give a signed authorization that they are also allowing you to sign the paper or the sign everywhere wherever it's needed, and that one person can actually register every single individual into that address in the city hall. But otherwise, I think it's better, like, how much the number of people or how many the number of people who are going to live with you, everybody go to the registration office. And once again, it's not necessary that you have to take individual appointments for every single person. You just need to take the appointment for the number of persons in just one single take, and everybody go to that office, sign yourselves or register yourselves into the new address at one go.
Another concern that lots of people are facing right now is that, it is mentioned to register yourself with the Rathaus or City Hall within 2 weeks. But what about if we don't get an appointment within this 2 weeks period, or if we take appointments online, slots are all booked maybe for 1 month, and what to do? And in that case, will that cause an issue, or we will be fined or something? So that is the concern. So basically, that's nothing to worry about. One thing is, if you have to take an appointment online and all slots are booked and you are trying to refresh and still there's no luck getting an appointment within 1 month or 2 weeks, so basically it's not your fault. Due to the staff shortage and COVID and other things, so the queue is a lot bigger. So if you have moved into a new apartment, say November 1st, and you are taking the appointment in like November 1st or within 2 weeks, so you are on a safe zone. You have nothing to worry about. But make sure, if there was an available slot, say for example in November 7th, but you are taking an appointment later, so it's definitely not a good thing. Make sure you take a termin or an appointment in the very first slot that is available for you.
And of course, adding to that, like as she said, that you need to take an appointment within 14 days. You just make sure that you are taking the appointment, like whenever the date is, because it's not your fault when you get the appointment, but the moment when you're starting to take the appointment, make sure that it is within the 14 days period. Because if you cross the 14 days period and then like somehow if they find out that you have taken the appointment after the 14 days period and that the appointment is somewhere in the near future, like after that, then there is a condition of maybe fining up to 1,000 euros, which is not good actually. So like if you want to skip that, try to take the appointment within the 14 days period, whenever the appointment is. And if you get the appointment within the 14 days period, that's like everything you want. So I think that's all for the video.
Well, two more things that I need to mention is that in the day of your appointment, please make sure that you are not late. Maybe arrive at the address 15 or 10 minutes earlier, not in the appointment but nearby the appointment address, and so that you don't miss the appointment or you're not late. And make sure one thing, if possible, I know everyone who come from outside Germany, it's tough to speak in German, but please make sure that you try to speak in German as much as possible in Rathaus or another Ausländerbehörde, like offices like that, because they expect that you are here in Germany and you'll be staying in Germany, and they expect you to like just mix up yourself with this culture, and they just try to speak in their language, and it's good. So try to speak in German, and if not possible, then maybe politely ask them that if they speak in English, but please at first try to speak in German. I think it's a good thing, and they really appreciate when you try to speak in German. So yeah, that's it.
So I guess that's it for the video, and I hope this video is informative and it's useful for anybody who's coming to Germany. And maybe we will see you in another vlog. Till then, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.